Hi guys, since I got into K-pop in 2017 I have stanned many groups along the way, but I have also unstanned and lost interest in quite a few groups as well. I think it's just normal to be honest. Sometimes you stop liking their music, sometimes you just stop caring about the members, and it's okay if you decide that a group is not for you anymore. In this video I'll go down a few groups that I have either unstanned or lost interest in the past years, and I'll also be explaining the reason why. If you want, let me know about some groups you also unstanned and lost interest in. Now let's begin. I'm not really sure if I still stan weeekly or not, because it's been a year since their last comeback and it wasn't even a comeback I enjoyed that much, so I'm kinda just waiting to see what happens to them. And if they end up coming out with music I enjoy I will definitely get into them again. It's funny because they used to be one of my favorite groups up until after school era, but now things have changed quite a lot. Their disappearance from the scene definitely played a big part in me losing interest, but it's also because I just got into new groups that ended up catching my attention more and I started focusing more on them. I was also kinda put off by their recent concept change. It's not that I disliked the concept itself, I just disliked the abrupt change and the fact that I didn't like Vanpod all that much. Now it grew on me, but I still don't like the concept change at all. The last reason was Jiyoon leaving the group. She was my first bias and the reason I stand weekly. It is true that even before she left my bias changed to Choa, so Jiyoon wasn't even my bias anymore, but she was still my second favorite member and a big part of the reason I was into weekly, so when she left it really made me super sad. Anyway, if they'll drop music I will enjoy again, then I might start following them more closely, but who knows. Dreamcatcher used to be one of my favorite groups around 2018. But I have to admit it's been a while since I lost interest in them. It's just that their sound is not my favorite, and I haven't liked their recent music that much compared to their old stuff. When they have a comeback I'm never able to enjoy a lot of tracks in the albums and I can't really stan a group whose music isn't doing it for me anymore. Another reason I lost interest in them was simply because I didn't connect with Dreamcatcher as much as I connected with other groups. So basically new groups debuted and ended up making me distance myself from them even more. It's a bit sad I know, but it just happened. But with that being said, I still really respect them as idols and artists even if I don't follow them anymore. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. I still kinda consider izone a group I stan, but it's obviously not like stanning an active group. They were one of my faves back in 2020, but to be honest it's kinda normal losing interest in a disbanded group that you know will never come back. Another big reason as to why I kinda distanced myself from the group is because of the fandom. I've had a bad experience with the fandom full of solo stans that didn't hesitate to attack some members in order to uplift their bias. Soon after the disbandment, there were also quite a few people that appeared to be against any sort of personal activity coming from the girls, just because they badly wanted izone to get back together as a group and they were against the members going their separate ways. And it was clear those people didn't even care about the members as individuals. They only cared about them as long as it was in relation to the group, and that just pissed me off. But besides some negative experiences I've had with the fandom, I still absolutely enjoy rewatching some izone content once in a while. And I still also listen to their discography because they literally have some masterpieces among their songs. I'm kinda still keeping up with the members and their individual activities, but I would be lying if I said I actively follow everyone. I just mainly focus on IVE, since they are my alts, but as for the other members I'm not necessarily following them super closely. However I still casually keep up with them and I'm always tuning in whenever they have a comeback. Blackpink were the group that got me into K-pop back in 2017, and I have to admit that deep down they will always have a special place in my heart. Even if their discography has never been my favorite, I can confidently say that they have no bad song. Everything is pretty enjoyable. In fact it's not the music the reason why I unstanned. I slowly but steadily lost interest in them because of how rarely they came back, and because of how rare it was seeing them together as a group. I am someone that loses interest pretty quickly, and having a group being this inactive for so long definitely didn't help. Their music always slaps and I can always enjoy it. I definitely think they're a very good group overall, but I just don't happen to enjoy them as much as I used to. I was very excited for Kepler to finally debut. I had watched all of Girls Planet and I had also actively participated in the voting, so I felt really invested even if none of my main picks on the show ended up making it into the final lineup. Kepler had their debut with Wadata and everything was going pretty good because I really enjoyed their debut album, both title track and B-sides. I was also enjoying the members and their dynamic as a group, so I can say everything was going great. But then they came back with Up, and I stopped enjoying their music from then on. I didn't like any of the songs they released as much as I liked their previous stuff. Something that also put me off was definitely the fact that there didn't seem to be a clear direction in terms of concept. To this day, I still have no idea what weeekly wants to do with them. It's like they are just giving them random songs and concepts with each comeback, but they never think about what to do to make every member shine. Last but not least, a big reason I lost so much interest was because of the toxicity in the fandom. I know survival shows always have some problems with solo stans, but I don't think I've ever seen something like this. It's literally unbearable. You just cannot enjoy the group without some toxic solo stan attacking the members and creating false narratives to uplift their bias while putting the other members down. I'm not even gonna go into detail about this because I'm pretty sure you already know about the fandom's toxicity. But anyway, I don't think I will ever go back to closely keeping up with the group. I'll continue following them, but only casually. Twice was the second group I ever stanned after Blackpink, and I was really into them back in 2018. I really enjoyed their music, but the thing is, I haven't genuinely liked any of their releases after Yes or Yes. Their old songs will always remain superior to me. Obviously there are still a couple of their new songs I enjoy here and there, but it's not enough for me to wanna keep up with their releases. Another reason is that I just stopped caring for them as a group. I didn't care about the members anymore, and with that I'm not saying that I dislike them. Absolutely not, but I just stopped being interested. The only member I still care about is Chewie. That's it. I just figured they weren't the group for me anymore, and I get reminded about this with every single comeback they have, because I just stopped enjoying their sound and I overall lost all interest. And that's okay. They're still a talented group that I respect, but they're just not the group for me anymore. And this was it. Just remember that I only wanted to share my experience with you guys, and I didn't mean to offend anyone or disrespect any group with this video. Don't forget to let me know in the comments which groups you stopped standing or you lost interest in and the reason why it happened. Thanks again for watching. Bye guys.